Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. My name is Steve, and today's review will be on the movie here behind me. We have The Jackal with Bruce Willis, Sidney Poitier, J.K. Simmons, Jack Black, and Richard Gere. So this is I want to say third or fourth time watch for me. I've seen this movie quite a few times, and every time I still enjoy it. It's a very entertaining movie. A little quick summary into this. This is about Russian mob boss who ends up losing his brother at the hands of the FBI and another agent, and his brother ends up seeking revenge, so he hires an assassin who happens to be Bruce Willis to see that that gets done. Well, the FBI goes and gets a guy who they think is the only person that knows what this man looks like, Bruce Willis looks like. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get to it. First things first about this movie is 80s and 90s was definitely Bruce Willis's best years, man. There was a lot of movies in there that he was in that I have seen that he did great in. Like, I've seen Striking Distance, I've seen Pulp Fiction, I've seen the Die Hard movies. Just like, that was the best time in his career. Now I feel like Bruce Willis is just out for a paycheck, and he's just kind of annoying people as far as he's just kind of pompous in a way. But anyways, I'm not trying to talk down about anybody. That's just kind of how I feel about how his career has regressed. I will say the weather one thing, kind of feel like once he lost his hair, he started to become more and more of a dick. I shouldn't say lost it. I feel like he shaves it. Anyways, this movie has some treats in it for us. The one treat that I love was Jack Black. Like, dude, that's so funny. This movie reminds me of Enemy of the State, In the Line of Fire. There's a lot of movies that this movie has similarities to, like even The Rock. Excuse me. Enemy of the State also has Jack Black. About the same size role of this as he is in that. Anyways, the little Jack Black treat. The J.K. Simmons, he was in this. The little treat with him in it. Great. Like, the acting in this was really good. So there's the guy, I don't know his name off the top of my head, but he kind of looks like Randy Travis. He's been in the movie Ready to Rumble. You probably know, he's one of the other FBI agents. Anyways, sorry, I'm kind of just spitting stuff up here as I go, because I'm kind of excited about this one. This is a fun movie. This isn't a fantastic movie. It's not 10 out of 10 or anything like that. This is just a very entertaining watch. Like, I really like the chase, the cat and mouse. This is the best Richard Gere movie I've seen. Let me stop you right there. So I've only seen two of his movies. I just realized that after kind of going through his list of movies. I've seen this and Brooklyn's Finest. That's it. And I feel like that's kind of bad on my part, because Richard Gere is he's a bigger actor. I just haven't seen any of the stuff he's done. He does a great job in this, so that's why I feel like I should also pursue his other stuff. The only thing about this movie that I was kind of like, was the accent that he was trying to pull off. He wasn't doing it, and I wasn't buying it. But other than that, like, the movie itself is entertaining. The woman that completely wants to commit adultery, even like right in front of her husband, that was kind of like, what in the hell is happening right here? Are you serious? Like, you're sitting here, you got a husband that's right there, and you're just like, take me. Like, what the hell? This is funny. As I said, the cat and mouse chase, the action scenes, the scene with Jack Black, well, one of the scenes with Jack Black, dude, this movie has a lot of fun stuff. The score in this is not half bad as well. So let's go ahead and get to director in this. We have Michael Canton Jones, who has also done stuff such as Memphis Belle, which I have seen, I enjoyed. He's also done Rob Roy with Liam Neeson, which I do want to see. IMDb gave this a 6.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 25%. Dog Bones gave it a 2.5 out of 4. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, I've watched this 3 or 4 times, and every single time I watch it, I really enjoy it. It is not a bad movie at all. It's entertaining. And as for me, if a movie's entertaining, depending on how much it entertains, entertainment is big, man. It's big. Good score, good entertainment, fun stuff, big cast, and the cast delivers. That's the other thing. So Sidney Poitier is 70 years old in this, and he was kicking ass, man. I was like, dude, this is great. I've been trying to watch more and more of his movies, and I mean, I'm also trying to go back to like the movies in the 60s and 70s he was in, because that's when he was at his, should I say, prime for the big stuff. But anyways, I do want to see Mr. Tibbs. Keep going. Box office of 159.3 on a budget of 60, so it made 99.3 as a profit. That's not half bad for a movie like this. This is the story in this is nothing that you haven't heard before. Like I named off other movies that this kind of follows in the same direction of. So there's not like anything very surprising that you're like, oh, what in the world? This was totally different. I mean, there is some roads it takes, but overall it's the same story. But it still is a fun, entertaining story. Let's see. My interesting fact in this one was Richard Gere was originally asked to play the Jackal, but he ended up saying he wanted to be the good guy and not the bad guy. So I'm kind of glad it went that way, because Bruce Willis being the bad guy, and this is the first movie I've actually seen him being a bad guy, and he did a pretty good job. So I'm glad they stuck with this route. It turned out pretty good. And the other thing is Bruce Willis and Richard Gere, after this movie, decided that they will never work together again. So I don't know what little feud or tiff that they had in the movie, but it was bad enough where they said we're splitting apart and never working again. And with that, I feel like the bad blood, I don't know how or what or where the blood came from, but I feel like if it started before the movie or even before filming, it might have actually helped their characters. They actually filmed none of the scenes together, so there was that. But anyways, that's all for that. So you guys give this a watch. I do recommend it. The Jackal. Up next, I will be watching the movie Legends of the Fall. This was one that, growing up, my stepdad ended up owning, so with that being said, we ended up watching it, and I feel like I remember enjoying this, but I don't remember a whole bunch about it, so I want to revisit it and see just how it was. I feel like it was a good movie. I really do. So that's next. You guys have a good day. Like and subscribe. Check out my Letterboxd. Check out my eBay. And thank you to my new subscribers. I think since last time I've gained about 4 or 5 of them. So thank you guys. Enjoy and stay tuned. All right. Have a good day.